Butterflies ride swerving down here. I promise my money ain't hurting now, chill. I got it wrapped like a turban down here. I got them tram boys serving down here. Got cars, got clothes, got fame. Got bars, got flows, got game.
Greetings and welcome to another edition of Seamless Style, powered by Politics and Polaroids. I'm your host, Mr. Parker. Greetings and salutations. We are fastly approaching season 6, which means obviously we're at the tail end of season 5. We are still in the midst of summer, and we all hate summer. Okay? But there's still moments and opportunities to get out there and be adults. There's still moments to get out there and have some fun and not feeling like you're standing in the dead center of hell because of the temperature. So this episode, we're going to focus on men, Ralph Lauren gentlemen, and our brunch ensembles, right? Because our other halves, they love brunch, right? And we do too, we just don't brunch the same way they do, right? We don't brunch quite like they do, right? We'll talk about that at another time. That said, we're going to feature ensembles that are perfect for going out to brunch. Now, because everyone here is not in Charlotte, everyone here is not in North Carolina, everyone here is not in California, we're all over the country, all over the world, all right? So each ensemble that we're going to show on this episode today is a Ralph Lauren guys brunch ensemble in specific cities. All right, so we're gonna have a little fun, man. We're gonna have a little fun. Now, of course, I have not been to every city that we're gonna feature today. Okay, but y'all know I do my research, man. I'm not gonna be on here looking like, as my boy C. Bill says, cornball Jamal. No sirski. All right. So I did my research. I based my ensembles on those cities and on the one of, if not the most popular brunch spots in said city. All right. 3 ensembles, 3 rigs, plus the ensemble I'm wearing gives you a total of 4 looks today. Now, starting at the bottom of my look, I know what I just said last episode about Morehouse pieces, but 1, I call it an amazing deal on this footwear. Pre-owned, like new. 2, doesn't say Morehouse on it. So hey, I went with it because I knew it worked perfectly with this blazer, with this cricket blazer, right? The Morehouse Polo Ralph Lauren slippers, ruby red base, black and white striping with the gold bullion skull and bones on the vamp. Mean. These are mean. All right. Scroll up, I went with a pair of college gray chinos, slim fit, simple yet perfect for this overall look. I did a club collar dress shirt by Polo Blue Label, Columbia blue base, navy and white, small navy and white stripes with the classic iconic white rounded club collar. All right. I went with a rich ruby red heraldic necktie. And then I went with this Polo Ralph Lauren cricket blazer that I've had this now about 5 or 6 years. All right. Beautiful cricket blazer, gold buttons, and the black and white cricket striping over the entire blazer. All right, single vented, very comfortable, very, 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 very stylish. All right, that is my look for this episode. Now, fragrance of the ensemble: Polo Red Parfum de Toilette, the new one, the newest one, shall I say, the one that, in my opinion, feels and smells like a combination of Red Rush, Polo Red Intense, and Polo Red Extreme. It smells like all four of the Polo Red brands combined, in my opinion. All right, a very masculine scent. I almost feel like I smell a bourbon, right? Something that resembles bourbon inside this fragrance. I definitely can smell the wood, so that may be the bourbon I'm smelling. It may be the wood barrel, right? Remind me of a wood barrel. And there's definitely some citrus notes in here. That's why I'm convinced there's a nice sized pinch of Red Rush in here. All right, Polo Red Parfum, fragrance of the ensemble. Now, if you recognize, I said that the Polo Red Parfum is a fragrance of the ensemble. That's because it's not fragrance of the episode. Each other ensemble is going to get its own specific fragrance, right? Because like we're intentional today. Each ensemble is for a specific city and a specific brunch restaurant. So we need to have a specific fragrance as well. All right. So we're doing a little bit of work today, man. So yeah, hit that Cash App, man. Support the channel. You love it here. You're always here. Support the channel, man, because we're doing a little bit extra today just for you. All right. Now, without any further ado, man, y'all ready? Me too. Man, let's go. Now, what I did neglect to do in the introduction is explain to you what specific city and specific spot, brunch spot, my ensemble is for. Bear with me. This is something new. You know, like I said, we're being real intentional. It's cool. My ensemble is absolutely for Atlanta, Georgia. The Atlanta Breakfast Club in Midtown Atlanta, not necessarily known for its ambiance per se, it's definitely known for its food. The peach cobbler French toast, the in-house homemade honey bun could very well be the reason why I have diabetes, right? They also have a Southern Eggs Benedict that is to die for. So if you're ever in Atlanta, this is the spot you want to go. Now, this particular spot, not a lot of ratchetness, right? For me, it's fairly new because when I was up and down 85, 75, 485, when I was in and out of the A like that, it was Gladys and Ron's, right? It was Gladys Knights for me. Unfortunately, Gladys Knights closed.
Oh, come on now, dog.
Really sucks. Gladys and Ron's had a cornucopia of dishes that were amazing, but my two favorite, and I tried a pretty decent amount of that menu, but my favorite was the shrimp and grits and the chicken and waffles. They were known for that chicken and waffles, and it was rightfully so, man. That chicken and waffles was slamming. The shrimp and grits was booming. The chicken and waffles was bunking. All the Atlanta slang, whether it's 90s, 2000s, or now, it fits when you're talking about Gladys and Ron's chicken and waffles or Gladys and Ron's shrimp and grits. All right. Now, let's get into rig one. This first rig This first rig is for Toronto. All right. This is for brunch in Toronto. Check this out. Now, I've never been to Coast or Coast in Toronto. This is a recommendation. I've never been to Toronto. This was recommended to me. This restaurant is on the 44th floor. So we're talking rooftop outdoor dining. As you can see from these brunch plates, this is an experience, and we all need to experience together. A lot of outdoor dining, especially when you're talking about now. Toronto has frigid winters, crisp, cold fall weather. Ooh. And then their summer is like anybody else's summer. It fucking sucks. But it is what it is. So a lot of outdoor dining. Brunch spots are typically very busy in Toronto. And this particular spot was recommended to me as one of, if not the best in the entire city. All right. Now, this ensemble, however, is also one of the best in the entire city for a Ralph Lauren guy in Toronto going to brunch with his significant other. All right. We don't say better half here. This is a safe space for men. We don't say better half here. Yeah, sometimes you better than me. Sometimes you are. Most of the time, yeah, never mind. Let's start at the bottom, all right? Because we're bringing out our animal instincts, right? We're alpha males. We're predators, all right? So we went with the MTOs, all right? Ralph Lauren Purple Label, made to order, leopard print slippers, all right? These beauties, like I said, are made to order. Just depending on the time of year and how busy they are with MTOs, it could take anywhere from 6 to 10 weeks to get these. If you don't have that type of time, or it's not necessarily about having something super exclusive, they did bring out a version of these on ralphlauren.com that I think have a cursive style RL on the vamp. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'm not a fan of them, but these in particular, I do understand. It's not like the Don't Give Up the Ships that were Purple Label in the beginning and then they brought them back as the Paxtons. I think that's a travesty. I think that's an insult to anyone who paid that Purple Label price, partly because of exclusivity. The particular shoes I'm talking about is not quite the same. I think they are still Purple Label. The price point is a Purple Label price point. They are a little bit cheaper than MTOs, but the RL on it, just not for me. But to each his own. They're still a great looking piece of footwear. Now, I did no socks here. If you did want to do some socks, I have a pair of Purple Label cashmere socks in a boating khaki type hue that would work fine here. But we're talking about this particular ensemble is where now. This particular ensemble, we're probably eating brunch outside on the rooftop, and we're probably talking about warm weather degrees, obviously, in Toronto. So I don't think I need any socks here. Scroll up, we have a pair of classic, beautiful cream linen dress slacks. All right, flat front. They were classic linen fit. They have been tailored to a wonderful slim fit by, who you guessed it, the best tailor in the world, my tailor. All right, we broke out the RL Purple Label belt here with the gold RL buckle in the center. And we threw on this wonderful Denim and Supply mesh polo shirt. All right. It is also a leopard print, slightly different shade, slightly different hue from our footwear, but it's okay. It's okay. Slightly different hue. Has almost a Johnny Collar type style to it. Not quite the traditional curly lay down collar of a polo shirt, right? It's a little, just a slight bit stiffer, pause, in the collar, but it makes for a dressier look, in my opinion. All right, and just for a pop of color, just for if there's overcast and it gets a little cool, the sweater around our shoulders serves two purposes. Okay, we have a 100% cashmere V-neck sweater in a burnt orange, a beautiful pop of color thrown around our shoulders. And if we do need to actually put the sweater on because maybe the temperatures have cooled down, maybe we've been outside all day and it's cooled down. Either way, it does have a use here. All right. If you put this V-neck on over your shirt, the way the collar is on this shirt, it's not going to come off as a polo shirt. You're still going to see your leopard print. So it's going to make sense with your footwear. And there you have it. Now, fragrance of this ensemble, Safari. All right. Man, this bottle is getting low. Safari, animalistic aromas, fragrances, a very strong, very manly scent from Ralph Lauren, iconic, and it just works perfectly, not only for this ensemble, but just the fact that, and this is what I was told, manly men are highly appreciated in the city of Toronto. I don't know if they have a shortage of them. I don't know. I don't know that. I've never been. This is what I was told from a reliable source. Manly men are highly appreciated in Toronto. So, a manly man in an ensemble like this, a, shall we say, risk-taking ensemble like this, because there are quite a few Neanderthal typo people that feel like leopard print is only for women.
Cap.
Couldn't be more wrong. You said the same thing about pink and you were wrong. Anywho, I digest. There are still a few people that may think leopard print on a man is not manly, but when they get a whiff of you in this Safari, they're going to change their tune. Safari is one of the manliest scents, not only created by Ralph Lauren, but ever in the fragrance game. I will put Safari up against anything else you can name. I said it. All right. Now, again, this ensemble, wonderful brunch type ensemble for the ambiance, for the cost of living, for the price point of the city of Toronto. All right. Manly man, leopard print, Safari fragrance. You're a Ralph Lauren guy, man. Enjoy yourself and enjoy your brunch. Now for our second rig, again, we're having brunch. But this time, we're having brunch in the Windy City. The second city. Chi-Town, baby. Chicago, Illinois. Take a look. Ralph Lauren Restaurant, Chicago, Illinois. The only one in this country. Not necessarily a brunch menu, but let me tell you something. First of all, they open at 11, so you can still eat brunch. Their lobster bisque, their prime ribeye, 22 ounce. Let me tell you something. From a pocket standpoint, this menu is not for the weak, but the food is an experience. Now, I know we're talking about brunch. Brunch is not just the menu, it's also the time of day. If you just got out of prison, maybe you don't know, brunch is a combination of breakfast and lunch, right? So your menu typically consists of things that are typically on a breakfast menu and things that are typically on a lunch menu or even a dinner menu and combined, right? So a lot of times with brunch, You might see roasted chicken, but you also might see egg dishes. Shrimp and grits is famous for brunch. Things of that nature, right? Well, the Ralph Lauren restaurant in Chicago doesn't really have a brunch menu. But that said, they open up as early as 11 a.m. And just because the Ralph Lauren restaurant is the greatest restaurant ever in the world, ever created, when my sister was giving me brunch spot ideas, I just couldn't. I couldn't. And she gets it. She understands. She knows her big brother. It is what it is. Ralph Lauren restaurant is the greatest restaurant ever created by God or man. It just is. All right. So when you go to the Ralph Lauren restaurant, there's a couple things I want you to keep in mind. I want you to keep in mind that you're probably not going to spend less than $200 for you and your significant other's meal. And I want you to keep in mind that there's only one Ralph Lauren restaurant in the entire country. All right. The Polo Bar, yes, it's a restaurant, it's a bar, and yes, I get it. It's not the Ralph Lauren restaurant. There's only one Ralph Lauren restaurant in the entire country. All right. So when you go there recognizing that, hey man, you only live once. You may not get back here again unless you move into Chicago. So I would suggest the prime ribeye cooked to a medium. Now, if you're one of those gentlemen that like medium rare, hey, have at it. If you like rare, you need psychiatric help. If you like well done, you need psychological help. You need medication along with a doctor who can has a 12-year degree. If you like well done steak, because that's just anyway. The prime ribeye steak cooked to a medium temperature, whatever size you like. Just don't. When you're paying $87 for a 22-ounce steak, the cooked medium is probably going to come to your plate as 20 ounce. Don't do fries, bro. Don't do fries. You're a grown up. Don't do fries, brother. Don't do it. Mashed potatoes, asparagus, Brussels sprouts wrapped in bacon. Yeah, it's real over there at the Ralph Lauren restaurant. But that is the go-to. All right, that prime ribeye steak. Again, it's $87, and it's not the most expensive thing on the menu. So don't go in there thinking you're at Applebee's. You're not at Applebee's. This is the Ralph Lauren experience. Now, what ensemble should we wear to this brunch at the Ralph Lauren restaurant? Well, if we're going right now, then we need to keep it summery. We need to keep it light. We need to keep it airy. We need to keep it fun, but we still need to be grown. We still need to be mature. We want to be eye-catching, right? We do. But we still need to be grown, sexy, and mature. Start at the bottom with this beauty I put together here. Whew. This ensemble is one of my favorites for all summers. All right. We started with the brogues, wingtips. Always keep in mind that all wingtips are brogues. All brogues are not wingtips. All right. There are half brogues, quarter brogues, wingtips, etc. This particular pair of wingtips, dress casual, gumshoe sole, beautiful sand hue base of the wingtip, and our vamp and our side panels are a chambray. Oh my God. Whew. It don't get much sexier than that. Hosiery, we went with lime, Oxford, socks here. Scroll up, we broke out these beauties here. All right. A linen pair of tapered Prester dress pants. They are pleated. They are button front, zipper, crotch, and they are Prester. They tie at the front. All right. Beautiful pair of linen pants. They do wear like a slim fit, and they wear like dressy pants. I have not ever once considered trying to dress these down, man. These are dress pants in my expert yet humble opinion. All right. Scroll up, we have an Oxford, an OCBD that is a Columbia blue base with beautiful, gorgeous hibiscus flowers all over. All right. Beautiful hues of pink with our Kelly, college, and lime green foliage. Oh my God. All right. To finish this look off, we took a Ralph Lauren scarf, silk scarf, tied it around our neck. That Ralph Lauren scarf is a Jamaica pink base with white and green flower print all over. All right. Just to give us an added little pop of color to our look, just to let it be known that we don't take ourselves too seriously today in this particular aspect. But that said, our look is still serious. Like, how does he do it? How does he do it is what they're saying. How does he do it? How does he put together a look that isn't too serious but still serious? Oh my God, how is he doing it? It's very simple. This is Ralph Lauren, right? This is Ralph Lauren. This is what we do. Now, you're in Chicago. It's the tail end of summer, and it's brunch at the Ralph Lauren restaurant. What would be our fragrance of the ensemble? Placataya. Yes, sir. You have to go with Polo Sport, right? Now, the reason you want to go with Polo Sport over any other fragrance, which there are other fragrances that you could choose, the reason you want to go with Polo Sport over any other fragrance is because Chicago being a big, bustling city, and granted, the Ralph Lauren restaurant is downtown downtown Chicago. So, we're not necessarily talking about the GDs versus the BDs is right around the corner. Like, we're not talking about that, but Chicago is still a rough city, right? It's still a macho city, right? And so you need something a little bit softer, right? Your ensemble is manly and masculine, but it is on the softer, less serious side because of the floral prints, because of the color palette, right? So you want to maintain that. You don't want to combat that with a super manly scent. You want something a little bit more subtle. And that's what Polo Sport Fresh is, right? Because the difference between Polo Sport and Polo Sport Fresh is your baby powder fragrances, right? Your baby powder aromas that is in Polo Sport Fresh. And that's what you need with this ensemble, right? It's just going to bring everything together, right? It's going to put everything together. So when you walk by and she gets a whiff, whew, boy. For our last rig, we're headed to the beautiful Southern Charm city of Charleston, South Carolina. The Iron Rose in Charleston, South Carolina. One of my favorite spots to eat brunch whenever I'm in Charleston. This place is chock full of ambiance, okay? Whether you're eating indoors or outdoors with the fireplace outside in the fall mid-mornings. Oh, this place is amazing. Eggs Benedict is to die for. And if their egg dishes are top tier, they're top tier, I promise you. This place has great food, but even better ambiance. Now, out of all of the places that I have visited and or vacationed, which not a shabby number, right? Definitely want to do more traveling, right? Definitely want to do more traveling. But out of all the places that I've seen or visited or even just drove through in this country, Charleston is one of my favorite cities, right? It is large enough to be considered a city, but it still has a town feel, right? And some of the architecture, landmarks, shopping, and eateries, some of the best in the country, right? So if you've never been to Charleston, you definitely want to go. This particular spot, as I stated, is a spot that I have actually been to, and the food is magnificent, all right? But let's talk about Charleston for a minute. Charleston is such a wonderful city that it has a dance, it has a drink, and it also has a look. All right. Madras and seersucker combined into an ensemble is a Charleston staple. All right. Don't get it twisted. It started and was perfected in Charleston, South Carolina. All right. Now, that said, we veered off the beaten path a little bit from the iconic look because we didn't quite go seersucker here, but we still achieved the same goal as far as aesthetically the look. All right. Start at the bottom. We broke out another pair of wingtips, right? Another pair of brogues. The cousin of the brogues on rig 2, all right? The chocolate version, all right? Gumshoe sole for a dress casual look, chocolate toe, wingtip toe, and sides. Our wingtip vamp and side panels are a sand hue, all right? So just a funky, whimsical pair of footwear, which just goes along with the entire vibe of Charleston and the looks of Charleston, all right? Because we're talking about now, and Charleston is ridiculously hot, and that air does not move. It just sits there in front of you. No socks, all right? If we did do socks, I would probably pick a hue that's in our sports code and do that in a solid piece of hosiery. All right. Scroll up. We did not go with seersucker pants. All right. We went with something a little bit lighter in weight, but gives us that same look. All right. And that is these pinstripe cotton pants. These pants are just as light, almost lighter, than the linen pants on rig 2. All right, that's how lightweight these pants are. They came to me already with a perfect slim fit. Polo Blue label. I love these pants. White and Columbia blue striping. All right, we went with a brown suede belt in the chocolate hue by Polo Blue label. You scroll up, we have a wonderful OCBD in a sun yellow. We have a Madras patchwork bow tie by Polo Blue label attached to our OCBD. And then over top of that, we have the other half of the iconic Charleston look, which is a Indian Madras patchwork sports coat. This particular version is by Rugby Ralph Lauren. All right. It is single vented. It has a wonderful weight. And when you flip the collar, it has Columbia blue and white striping under the lapel collar. All right. So an added touch that, only Rugby Ralph Lauren will be so bold as to do, and it works. All right. You want to have your favorite pair of sunglasses in your pocket. They will get used in Charleston. All right. But for this particular look, I went with the aviator sunglasses by Polo Blue label. All right. Now, to finish this look off, and you're talking about Charleston here, right? So when in Rome, You're going to need a boater's cap, straw boater's cap. I do not have one yet, as I have not found one by Ralph Lauren that aesthetically I like and price-wise I like. It'll come to me, no big deal. I don't go out that much in the summer anyway. But that said, this look is screaming for a boater's cap, a boater's hat. All right, it's screaming for a boater's hat. Straw boater, cream, off yellow hue, and a nice wine colored band, a solid wine colored band. Now you could do a navy green mix, right? A navy green band or something like that. That's fine too. There are other hues in this jacket that you could definitely have as far as a band around the base of your straw boater. But just make sure that a straw boater is what you have to finish off this look. All right. With that straw boater, you may not need your sunglasses, and your sunglasses may just be accessories. But again, Charleston is unreasonably hot right now. All right, and this look is for right now. But as far as Charleston, South Carolina goes, this look, perfect look. Now, what fragrance do we wear for Charleston, South Carolina brunch? There were plenty of options for Charleston. I went with Polo Black, and let me tell you why. With this look, you want a combination fragrance, right? And when I mean combination, you want a combination of strength, manly strength in your fragrance, but you also want it to be a bit subtle. All right, so the new Polo Green would work fine. The OG Polo Green is probably a bit too strong. Polo Red Intense would work well. Polo Red Extreme, probably a little too much strength in that. Polo Red Rush would work, but Polo Black, Polo Double Black, perfect. The perfect amount of subtlety yet strength in the Polo Black fragrances. So I went with the original, the Polo Black. And again, like I said, for this ensemble, for Charleston, South Carolina, for mosquitoes and bees and wasps that's going to be chasing you when you walking down Rainbow Road, hey man, it is what it is. It's Charleston, South Carolina. It's one of the most beautiful cities in the country. But this time of year is just very unreasonable if you're not used to that type of environment. And that air just sits there. It's just like, it don't move. It just sits there, bro. It just sits there. But if we going, we going. And you still gotta look good. You still gotta represent. You're still a Ralph Lauren guy. And that's another episode in the books. All right, man. So we did something a little bit different today. We looked at 4 cities, 4 of their top ranked eateries for brunch. And we had ensembles and fragrances to coincide with those beautiful locations and that amazing food. All right. What did you guys think? All right. Are you a big brunch guy? I actually am. I mean, for me, it's the best of both worlds. It's the best of every world. Breakfast, lunch, dinner. It's the best of all the worlds. Plus, a lot of times when I go to brunch, I probably am only going to eat that one time a day, which, on a weight loss journey, that's pretty good, right? Just keep in mind, this is the premiere of season 6 date, all right? This is the premiere of season 6 date, man. Y'all be ready. I'm hoping y'all been collecting little pieces. I gave y'all hints. If you YouTube only, you got the hint maybe a week or so ago. If you're a Patreon member, you got the hints about a month ago. But I hope y'all been copping pieces, man, because season six is gonna be that deal. So much so that, I actually been thinking about charging $19.67 per viewing of season 6 premiere. I've been thinking about it for real. I have, yeah. But I'm probably not gonna do it. Cause I love y'all, man. Love y'all, bro. So I'm probably not gonna do that, man. But I'm really excited about season 6, man. I know I'm going to love it. And I'm pretty confident y'all will too. All right. I'm pretty confident y'all gonna love the premiere of season 6 and the entire season 6, man. We're gonna go crazy. All right. We're gonna go crazy for season 6. And like I stated, we will have some BTSs and some episodes, and we will do some things in certain BTSs and episodes that you've never seen us do before. All right. So, but about to take this ride, man. About to take this ride. Hope y'all enjoyed this episode. Get in the comments. Tell me what your favorite look was. Tell me about your favorite brunch spot in your city, state, province, whatever. And tell me about your favorite brunch item. What's your favorite brunch item? I'm gonna be honest, man. For a long time it was chicken and waffles, but now it's probably shrimp and grits. In my big age, it's probably shrimp and grits, man. And there are so many different recipes. Let me tell you something real quick. Shrimp and grits in South Carolina is not the same as shrimp and grits in Georgia. And I promise you, shrimp and grits in Georgia or South Carolina is absolutely not the same as shrimp and grits in New Orleans. All right? It's not. New Orleans don't play. They don't play. And neither does South Carolina, neither does Georgia, neither does Texas. But New Orleans, they don't play. They don't play. And just one other thing. When you put sugar in grits, it's no longer grits. It's cream of wheat. So you're actually eating shrimp and cream of wheat. Stop putting sugar in grits. Grits is supposed to be buttery and savory, not sugary. That's oatmeal. That's cream of wheat. Stop it. Anyway, I digest. Pun intended. Artists paint pictures. Haters paint narratives. Y'all have a good one.